Hi everyone. Welcome to my video on multinational enterprises. This is a series of my videos from the course of international business. In this video, I'm going to discuss what are multinational enterprises, types of multinational enterprises, impact of multinational enterprises on host economies, and to explore various techniques of multinational enterprises, internationalization, and to assess how the developing economies, multinational enterprises are developing. Significance of multinational enterprises. They are the powerful drivers of globalization. If multinational enterprises are not there, then there cannot be any globalization. They account for almost two-thirds of the world trade. From one country to another country, from their one company to another company, they will be sending goods, exporting and importing, and one-third of the total world trade is intra-firm. Intra-firm is within the same company from different countries, and then they keep exporting and importing. So total, out of the total world trade, two-thirds of the world trade is by these multinational enterprises, and about one-third of the world trade is intra-firm trade. This shows that how much multinational enterprises are contributing to the world trade. Their universe is considered as large, diverse, and expanding, and therefore it is important for international managers to understand their world. Now, the question is, what are multinational enterprises? For any firm to be called as multinational enterprise, the following criteria needs to be fulfilled. They should own or control operations in multiple countries. That is, if they are having their operations in one country, they cannot be called as multinational enterprise. They should have their operations in multiple countries. They should generate a substantial portion of revenue from the foreign operations. They should employ workforce from multiple countries. So workforce also cannot be from the single country. They should have a strategic management perspective and a vision of multinational operations. Types of multinationals. On the basis of investment, we have associates, subsidiaries, and branches. They are called as associates when a firm owns between 10 to 50% of investment in another company. They are subsidiaries when it owns more than 50%, but it is not 100%. And they are branches. Branches are nothing but fully owned, totally owned. The foreign enterprise is totally owned by the concerned enterprise, or wholly owned subsidiary. They are also called as WOS, wholly owned subsidiary. So a non-resident investor may be having 100% of investment in that particular company. Then, on the basis of operations, we have horizontally integrated multinationals, vertically integrated multinationals, and diversified multinationals. Horizontally integrated multinationals, when they produce the same product in all the countries wherever they are operating, or maybe they are in the similar line of production. Vertically integrated when they are producing either raw materials, spare parts, or they are for marketing of their goods produced in the home country. And the last are diversified, maybe both horizontally and vertically integrated, or maybe something different, totally new line of production. Then, on the basis of management orientation, we have ethnocentric firms, polycentric firms, regiocentric, and geocentric firms. Now, They are ethnocentric firms when everything is decided by the headquarter, that is, the parent company will decide everything, no autonomy to subsidiaries. The organizational culture is also of the parent company, and the subsidiaries do not have any independence. Polycentric firms, they are highly oriented towards overseas market. Subsidiaries have very high autonomy in decision making. The organizational culture also is different depending on the culture and the environment in the host country. Then there are regiocentric firms. In this type of firms, decision making is on a regional basis, maybe for entire Asia. Similar similar decision making or similar organizational structure is being followed. Geocentric firms, they are more complex. The decision making process is collaborative between the headquarters and the subsidiaries. In the first one, ethnocentric, it is the headquarter or the parent company which takes decision. In the geocentric firms, it is collaboration between the headquarters and the subsidiaries. Now, what are the positive effects of multinational enterprises? Why should we allow them to our country? Because they are having some benefits. Otherwise, no country will like to leave the doors open. The first is they bring in FDI, and along with FDI comes foreign exchange. Then they bring technology also with them. So most of the developing countries, underdeveloped countries, they are preferring because they are bringing technology. They promote competition, and whenever there is competition, there is improvement in quality. There will be efficiency, more consumer welfare. They may charge lower price. They promote research and development because there is always competition, and when there is competition it is survival of the fittest, so they need to continuously uh, undertake research and produce new or diverse variety of products so that they keep getting more and more customers. They benefit customers also because they promote competition, and when there is competition, there is better quality at a lower price, so consumer welfare will increase. And they promote exports in the host economies, like they promote good quality product, they produce quality products, since they have got new technology, foreign exchange and all, so they produce good quality product, and these products are exported to the countries around the host country. So they promote host economies exports also. Like in India now, we have the scheme of Make in India. Modi government is encouraging multinational enterprises to make in India and sell anywhere in the world. The objective is to promote exports of our country. Negative effects, sometimes they influence host country government decisions. They influence in the politics of the country. They influence the politics, and sometimes they bribe the government officers. They make them take decisions in their favor. They transfer inappropriate technology. Most of the time, the technology which is abandoned in the developed countries, that they transfer to underdeveloped countries. Sometimes they will be causing too much pollution. That technology is banned in their own country. Then they bring cultural imperialism also. Along with the multinational enterprises, we forget our own culture and we start following the Western culture. Exploitation of host countries' resources. So they use host countries' resources for production, and profits will go to the home country. They are also perceived as agents of neo-colonialism. Now, the older form of colonialism is gone, but they are the new colonialism. So, through multinational enterprises, they are controlling the entire world. Promotes unhealthy market competition. Sometimes they promote unhealthy market competition. The domestic industries are wiped out and then they can become monopoly, promotes hostile mergers and acquisitions, crowding out of domestic entrepreneurs, that is, domestic entrepreneurs may be wiped out because they cannot survive the competition. Limited benefits to the host country. The host country gets very less benefit and they circumvent the host country regulatory framework by bribing the government officers. Now, the question is, how do we measure the extent of MNEs internationalization? That is, how far a company is internationalized. One is size. So, size of a company influences the internationalization, though it is not accepted universally, this criteria. The major uh, criteria used for determining the size include sales revenue. So, depending on sales revenue, we can say profits, market value, return on equity, and other finance ratios. We can find out how much one multinational enterprise is internationalized or not. Structure. A structure implies the number of countries an MNE operates in and the citizenship of its top managers and corporate owners' influence on the level of its internationalization. Performance, the extent of commitment of the firm's resources to foreign operations, and the reward from these commitments. Various performance based parameters such as foreign sales, profits, assets, etc., are used to gauge the extent of firm's internationalization. And then comes management orientation, the attitude and behavior of the top management's internationalization through abstract and crucial factors are determining firms' internationalization. Again, here we have ethnocentrism, polycentrism, retiocentrism, and geocentrism. Ethnocentrism, again, the meanings are almost same, where the strategic decisions are guided by the values and the interests of the parent firms. Polycentrism, where there is much autonomy, strategic decisions are made to suit the countries of the firm's operations. Regiocentrism, a predisposition that tries to blend the interest of a parent firm with that of subsidiaries on a regional basis. So maybe, as I gave example earlier for entire Asia, geocentrism, this seeks to integrate diverse subsidiaries through global systems. That is through collaborative approach between the parent company and the host country's companies, that is subsidiaries. Now the question is, how do we measure the extent of multinational enterprises internationalization? There are broadly two approaches. One is transnationality index, in short TNI, the average of the ratios of foreign assets to total assets, foreign sales to total sales, foreign employment to total employment. So what do we do in this is we calculate the ratio of amount or the quantity of foreign assets they have to total assets, then foreign sales to total sales, foreign employment to total employment, and find out its average. And this average will give TNI. Internationalization index, that is II. It is the simple the ratio of number of foreign affiliates to the total number of affiliates in the firm. So if foreign affiliates are 8 and the total number of affiliates are 10, then this ratio becomes 8 by 10 or zero point 0.8. In India, multinational enterprises started after we started on the economic reforms, that is well known as LPG, that is liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So, large number of Indian companies took advantage of these economic reforms and became multinational companies. Thanks for watching. Any comments, suggestions? Please mention in the chat box.